the phone review and the head review, the trunk review. Oh my gosh, it's way too much. But honestly, I made this video not only to reveal some things, but also to say some things I need to say. It's a very important something. Do you know what that something is? It's an apology. Yes, Dragon Pony One itself is apologizing to you, the viewers. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, what could you possibly be apologizing to us for? And I will tell you something. I apologize to you for missing out. When I started this channel, I had a lot of creativity going, pumping. I was excited to make some content. And now, I made like 2 stories this year. I was planning to make a lot more. I made speed paints because it was a lot faster to pump out videos instead of like taking 2 or 3 days to make one video. Just thinking that sounds logical. Why not? And so that's what I did for the past year. Which means I didn't do the 4 things, maybe 5, that I've wanted to do on this channel ever since I created it. 1, reactions. I've always wanted to react to like MLP videos or any sort of videos at all. I've always wanted to react to them. And the one reason why I didn't was because I had 15 minutes of recording that I could put on YouTube at the time. And I didn't have, most reactions were over 15 minutes. And so stressed about that. And then finally, I got the upgrade, which you could do more than 15 minutes. Yay! And so I'm pleased about that. And the same reason was for the gameplay. Because most gameplays were like 30 minutes, 25, definitely not 15 minutes. And so, I don't have an excuse not to do that anymore. So if I ever have a video idea that I'm doing and I want to put something out there, that's just something really quick I can do. Speed paints, they're nice, they're good to learn stuff, but they can be lazy if that's all you produce. Second thing, memes. I've always wanted to do memes. Like that boot to the head video. I loved making that video. Or that you stupid Vine thing. I love making that video. Do you understand? I love making that video. And so I wanted to make lots and lots and lots of videos. Lots of comedians and stuff like that to show my more haha side, And as you can see, I ended up not doing that at all. And I'm really sad at that because I actually wanted to do that. Number 3, and most importantly of all, I wanted to make my own stories. And also side stuff. Because there are 2 genres of stories that I have. One connected to my 2 series, which is Father J Guide and Listen Vampire, but also my personal stories. And so another purpose to making this channel was to make animatics and storylines and stuff like that. Now I have done that with some, but not all. And let me tell you, I have like 10 to 15 story ideas of just all my stories alone. I have like 3 or 4 stuff for Father J Guide, and I have a sequel idea for Listen Vampire. I have a lot of work to do. And do you know what the one little thing that's been keeping me from doing all this magical stuff? Do you know what it is? This device right here. My iPhone 7 and the internet. See, I tend to be bad at scrolling and stuff like that. And so I spend more time on that than working on my actual projects. So that means I'm not pumping out content for you at all. I'm just scrolling, listening to Phantom of the Opera and MLP and whatever else I'm watching. Dan TM, I don't know. And so that's why I made this apology to you. Because I've been wasting my time on this device, and I've made this redemption many times. I've tried to quit my long 7 to 8 hours or whatever of time on the internet, and I've bumped back and gone down and blah. But because of y'all, I'm gonna do it. Because I am an inspired creative being, I can do it. And also, it is part of my New Year's resolutions. And I know what you're thinking. It's the end of January. It's too late for New Year's resolutions. True, that's true. But the reason why I'm doing this late is because, well, I don't usually make New Year's resolutions. Because most of the time I don't really do them. They're fun, but I usually don't do them, but I'm gonna do some right now, and they're all art related. Number 1, use more reference so I can get more realistic drawings and backgrounds and characters. Because as much as I like my little cartoony thing I got going here, I want it to look as realistic as possible. I've always liked the sort of realism, but at the same time kind of cartoony look. I've always liked that look. And the more realistic and less cartoony I can get it, but not being like too real, would be just great. Right up my alley. Rule number 2. Of course, all the stuff I listed, all the 4 things that I have listed. Number 3, make a freaking schedule. So I can have a certain time when I'm writing or I'm creating every single day, so I don't have to do it just on weekends. And I can pop up more content for all of you, and I can create more things. Because that has to go number 3. Actually get this stuff done before the upcoming senior graduation. Yes, I'm a senior this year, which means I'm going to go to college. Yay! No, I'm not saying college is a bad thing. College is an amazing thing. But that means I won't have as much time, not even close to as much time, or at least I think I won't, to create things for you. So that's why I want to pump up these stories within the next 2 or 3 months or so. So you can have my stories, and I don't have to be way down with school and work in college. And I can use my time during high school, or in this case, my senior year, to get as many stories to you as possible, which is why this video is so important. That is why I need to tell you that I'm going to be trying very hard. Oh, and I have one more thing for my bucket list. I have always wanted to make a song. Animate an entire song of my choice. I've always wanted to do that. Always wanted to make an animated song. Always have and always will. And one day, I hope to accomplish that. One day. Maybe not this year, but one day. So whoever got this far, thank you for listening to my little declaration of independence. No, I'm kidding. To my little speech, if you will. And in case you're asking, yes, this is the closest you'll get to my face. Until, well, who knows when I'll show my face. Or if ever. Who knows? I may never show my face. Look at the Tardis while you are being very sad at the fact. Look at Meredith. She's having a good time looking at the Tardis. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I've struggled with this for a while, and I was really sad I didn't get me stories and animatics and animations, for crying out loud. Challenges, story time videos. I've wanted gameplays, reactions. I've wanted to do all this stuff, but I haven't because I've limited myself with this video that I tried here. And I am so sorry for that. I would try to get better. New year, new me. I'm going to try to be more scheduled and a little bit more self-controlled, as in the means of scrolling and looking at watching memes on the internet. Because I freaking love memes and vines. And TikTok. Do you like TikTok? Thank you all for listening and understanding. I hope you all have a marvelous day ahead of you. I love you, all of my little dragonlets. All 42 of you, apparently. I will have some sort of special when it hits 50 of you, which is amazing. 50 in only 6 or 7 months, 50 subscribers. That's pretty incredible. I don't know about you. At least for me, it's pretty incredible. I'd like to thank all of you for sticking with me, especially 4 of you that stuck with me ever since pretty much the beginning. Let's see if I can remember C.A. Cruz and Marcus. D. Draco Boy. Now Fluttershy Reacts 1 and 2. Same person. But thank you, though, for the support. Jaden, and who was once Sarah to Tardis, now is somebody. And Sylvie de Baguette, or whatever her name is. I cannot pronounce her name, but I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Don't judge me! Thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching my content. I really appreciate that I get to share my content and my stories and my ideas and my little creativity with all of you beautiful people out there. I hope you have a wonderful day out there. And I hope you have a wonderful day out there. This is the Dragon Boy 1 out.